Yeah, I'm so scared.
Dude, I'm like shaking right now, bro. Buckle up. Alright.
I don't have a seatbelt.
You're gonna fall off. Alright. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh God, oh God. He's dead. He's dead.
All right, so we're two guys, one belt.
Two guys, one belt.
We had quite a roller coaster episode.
It was a very roller coaster episode.
I'm here with
Adam Tulip.
And I am Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu-Tang Clan.
And we two guys, one belt, brought to you by Mountain Dew Kickstart. Drink this much right now.
Before we get to know, I just want to get some two guys, one belt news. Royal Rumble Challenge, it's still on. Get your stuff ready for the Royal Rumble Challenge. We're thinking about doing a live stream.
Keeping a lookout for that.
We're gonna attempt to do it a live stream. We're gonna see how it goes.
Other news, you can view our videos on the Roku on GetScaredTV.
You want to look out for that, folks. You got the Roku. They got sticks now. They got boxes. They're not too much money either.
Plug.
And we gotta plug because if we're talking about WWE, we plug. Alrighty, Monday Night Raw, January 19th.
2015.
In Dallas, Texas, sold out crowd.
15,000 plus, I think, is the actual number that.
That's insane.
With, which is pretty good.
That never happens either.
Oh yeah, hold on. John Cena's new merch.
John Cena, you can't forget about John Cena's merch. That's breaking news. I'm surprised that wasn't trending worldwide.
Paul and Brock came out first, and then the Authority came out.
And he's calling out Seth Rollins, so they're trying to do more of the Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins thing, which I'm cool with. Completely fine with.
Build up.
Build up for the actual match. Then we go straight into a match I didn't really see coming. They didn't really promote it at all.
No, they promoted it 10 minutes before it happened.
10 minutes before it happened, and it was Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt, a rematch of their Royal Rumble match last year.
Yeah, I'll give.
I'm gonna go thumb and a half.
I'm gonna go 2 thumbs down.
You're gonna go 2 thumbs down.
I've already seen this. I know what happens.
That's true. We have already seen it.
Plus, Daniel wins because Kane interfered. I mean, come on.
Bray Wyatt still won.
He won, but there was a Kane interference.
True. But still pin him on the mat 1, 2, 3. Which I mean, that's a big deal.
But Kane still helped.
True.
Trying to screw over Daniel for this match.
Keep screwing over Daniel. Yeah. But I tweeted last night, why are we getting pay-per-view matches on Monday Night Raw? Which we should know by now that's what they do best. They give out pay-per-view matches for free. Exactly.
But anyways, back to the point. If I was paying $9.99 for the network, I can watch this match.
Oh yeah,
4 pay-per-views ago.
That's what. And I guess the tweet I said was makes the $9.99 worth a whole lot less.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a solid match.
Yeah, the match was good. I'm not knocking on the match.
But the point of the match.
In the storyline. There's another one I'm going to hate on later. The storyline. We'll get to that.
All right. Next up.
It's the Legends panel.
It was Raw reunion tonight. They're bringing a bunch of old legends to hype up to Royal Rumble. I mean, Wolfpack. We'll talk about that later, obviously. That's going to get me fired up. But the panel was Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, and Shawn Michaels, and they just asked them the most basic questions. Yeah. Who's going to win the Rumble? Who do you think is going to win the championship match?
What do you think John Cena should do?
And they asked them about all their old careers and stuff like that.
Big Show comes out.
Big Show came out, got on the microphone, and when he got on the microphone, that whole interaction that he had with those three, it was awkward, man. Yeah. It was weird. Like, it wasn't, like, it's not supposed to happen that way.
I felt like Shawn Michaels should have just, like, stood up and said something to him, but instead he just hid behind him.
Yeah, he just hid behind him. And you know who the one that said something? Old drunk Ric Flair.
Oh, my
had
God.
to give him a punch right to the face.
And then when he takes the watch off, the jacket off.
Oh, my God, I had to take the Rolex off.
But that leads into
Big Show knocks out Ric Flair. They have in Roman comes out,
and Roman gives him one in the face, and then the acting after when Roman hit him in the face, like he was trying to tear up walking up the ramp. I just
complete 180 was trying to be a badass. And started sobbing.
Grabbing his shoulder and crying.
Big Show's all over the place, man. He's all over the place.
not well acted.
And then when he threw him over the top rope, clotheslined him over the top rope, and then grabbed for your shoulder, he was like, my shoulder. We should rate this segment. I'm going to go a thumbs down and a half.
I think we have to rate both parts of this segment. I think you have to rate the Legends panel itself.
Legends panel, I'm just going to go even because it was really
I'm gonna go
nothing.
One up and the side. It's cool to see those guys back on TV together talking and stuff.
Right, absolutely.
But then the segment when
Big Show
and Roman, I'm going to give that a half.
I'm going to go half and a down. It was, like I said, it was just, I'm not saying it was necessarily like really bad. It could have been worse. It was just awkward.
And we
It
can
was
all
weird.
safely say that Roman's going to eliminate Big Show.
Without it, yeah. He might lift him up with over one arm, like point to a chick in the crowd and throw him over. They're just making Roman look like Superman right now.
This is the match that I want to hate on.
This is the match you want to hate on?
This is the match I want to hate on.
It's Bad News Barrett versus Dean Ambrose, okay, before we give our ratings. It wasn't for the Intercontinental Championship.
No,
it was not.
But I'm fine with that part.
And this was another match that I feel like could have been, depending on what pay-per-view, but it could have been a pay-per-view match. Dean Ambrose wins the match completely clean, pins him. No interference, no nothing, just pins the Intercontinental Champion.
The thing I don't like about this match, so you have Rusev versus Dean Ambrose.
The week before.
Something that happened the week before that we were super psyched about.
I completely enjoyed it.
We were super psyched about. It was cool. It was DQ, you know. And then maybe it's like somebody who can finally take away the American belt, but then you shove him into a match with Wade Barrett the next week, another guy with a title.
It doesn't make any sense.
It just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Considering Rusev faced R-Truth later on the night, which we'll just talk about very briefly.
Yeah.
You're right. It didn't make any sense. Something that was enjoyable to watch, something that caught our attention. You could at least done maybe Rusev, Dean Ambrose on the microphone maybe tonight, maybe something real quick bit where they fight each other, get them.
And then they'll get into it in the Rumble or something.
Something good, and they can't continue on it. It's just.
Yeah, they just give up. I don't know if they give up or if they forget in a week. I don't know.
They might forget, knowing the people running the company.
But anyways, we give our rating.
Rating for the match. I'm gonna go thumb up and a thumb down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a thumb up and a half.
It was the match itself. It was a good match.
Just the concept of it didn't make any sense.
You're right, absolutely. Next part could have been, without a doubt, the worst match of the night.
Oh, that.
I think it was. Yeah, this is two thumbs straight down. This New Day, it was New Day versus Cesaro, Big E and Kofi versus Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. The match was, oh my God, awful. But just the build-up in general is this a feud? Is this not a feud? I don't get this. I don't get this at all.
I think they're trying way too hard with it because if you rewatch the match, they did all their big moves and
that was it.
Signature moves in the beginning, and then they had a little bit of wrestling, and then the match was over.
It was just like, it was another one of those things that I'm doing it right now. I'm just scratching my head
Yeah.
What
direction are these guys going in? I know Xavier's hurt right now.
Xavier is hurt with the boot.
But, I mean, you still got to put some sort of direction.
They did announce a 6-man tag match on the pre-show in the Royal Rumble. It's going to be New Day versus Cesaro, Tyson Kidd, and Adam Rose. So at least they are building something for the pay-per-view, whether it's pre-show or not. Or they with the New Day. I liked all three of these guys. I love Cesaro. I think Cesaro is obviously not getting the push he deserves. And I don't care. Like, when this match happened, I didn't care one
They did have
bit.
some good moves, and they were flying
high
and all that stuff,
what I mean,
but there's no point to it.
There's no point to it. So why does it matter?
So we'll go ahead and go to the next one. We're done shitting on the New Day.
Oh, here we go.
I have mixed feelings about this segment.
I kind of have mixed feelings, too. This was the NWO reunion. Then, Ascension came out.
Ascension comes out and ruins another segment, in my opinion.
Oh, man, the Ascension.
But so they start shit-talking pretty much the whole NWO group, and then JBL stands up,
tears off his shirt, does say something on the mic real quick, then tears off his shirt, and then comes Ron Simmons, Farouk. APA makes their return.
Yeah, they hop in the ring, and then another...
This was actually kind of a swerve for me. I wasn't expecting this. I don't know if I didn't read the dirt sheets enough, which I shouldn't be anyways, but... I didn't see this one coming. I didn't see the New Age Outlaws coming out tonight.
No, I just figured that was going to be it.
Right.
But then they brought that out, and then the New Age Outlaws are the one that kicks the ass of...
The Ascension. Oh, want to rate the segment?
Yeah, I'm going to go thumbs up and a thumbs down.
I'm going to go thumbs up and a half. Me, personally, I was a big... I like NWO, but I actually got to watch the APA, and I loved the APA when I watched them. And I enjoyed the New Age Outlaws for sure. I actually enjoyed this segment, but the whole thing with the Ascension was the thing that gave me mixed feelings.
At the end, they announced a tag team match.
On the pay-per-view, too. Not on the pre-show, on the pay-per-view.
The Ascension versus Gunn and Road Dogg.
And a tag team match, New Age Outlaws. That really, really caught me off guard. and caught me off guard in like a way where I'm like, what are they doing?
This is the same time they came back last year.
It was. Yes.
So maybe they'll win the belts at WrestleMania, do a few more months.
Yeah, maybe do another WrestleMania thing.
That's just what I'm expecting. That's not what I want to happen.
No. Let's just remind the folks out here what the Ascension has been up to. Beat the Miz and Mizdow their debut night.
Jobbers.
Jobbers.
That's 4.
And then
getting their ass kicked by some old guys.
And then gets ass kicked by their old guys.
That's quite a fucking resume.
I said it last week. I was excited for the Ascension. In 3 weeks' time, I literally do not care for them one little bit. Just don't care.
It's pretty good.
If they lose the New Age Outlaws, I'll actually probably be happy.
Yeah.
Because I really do not care for these guys anymore. They haven't been performing. They haven't been booked right. It's everything about them that I just don't. I'm not liking it one little bit.
It's quite the letdown.
Got a Divas match here. Old Divas. Summer Rae and Alicia Fox versus Paige and Natalya. Thoughts on the match? Let's
go ratings first.
I'll go ratings.
I'm going to go 2 halves.
I'm going to go 2 thumbs down. I did not enjoy the match at all.
But it was good because you had Nikki and Brie at ringside.
Yes, and they're on the commentary, which that was cool.
I like that. It was going to be a tag team match between Natty and
which
Paige
we're cool with.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because it had build up. It has the whole Total Divas thing, which isn't bad.
Yeah, and it has your current 4 best Diva wrestlers
without
in
a
one
doubt.
match together.
Without a doubt.
But this match was just kind of like a tune-up match.
Yes, it was almost a match to announce that they're having a tag team match.
Which you need that sometimes. You can't completely shit on
yeah,
it,
exactly.
So.
It's just filler. Them not having the Divas Championship at the Royal Rumble and instead for this tag team match, I actually enjoy that more. Which I know sounds weird because it's not for the belt, but
I feel like they'll have the Divas match Monday after.
They probably will for the
whoever, because I'm assuming Natty or Paige is going to win.
Yeah,
whoever pins is going to have a match the next night.
And that's why I don't mind the tag team match.
They're putting a lot of thought and time into the Divas division,
and it is on the pay-per-view itself too. So this might have been the dumbest, most pointless segment of the night. Yeah, the match only lasted about 30 seconds.
Yeah,
too.
so I feel like that's all the time we should probably give it.
Rusev versus R-Truth rating.
2 thumbs down.
2 thumbs down. Oh, God, we can even talk 30 seconds about this match. Jey Uso versus The Miz for maybe, I think, the second straight Monday night in a row.
I'm going to give this one a thumb down and a half. And the only reason I have the half is because Miz and Mizdow cut the promo later that's hinting towards the breakup of Miz and Mizdow.
Absolutely love
that. That was perfect.
Considering Miz and Mizdow had a lot of time doing the backstage thing last week, and the only true thing that they got this week was that little clip they had while going down to the ring.
That one was perfect. Pretty much, if you didn't see it, Miz pretty much claims that he has 2 chances because he's got a stunt double, and Mizdow's in the back.
Like stopped doing the stunt double thing and
he was like he kind of shook his head kind of a little bit.
Real quick, give me a percentage. Odds: Miz and Mizdow are done this Sunday. Done completely. It's over.
I'm gonna go 95%.
You're 95. Woo!
95.
You think it's completely done?
Yeah,
it's because. Do you think it's because of the Rumble match itself? You think something's gonna happen in the match?
I think with the foreshadowing they had about the Royal Rumble, I think that's where it's going to break up. It's kind of like how the Shield that was their breakups last year.
It was the start of it.
Yeah, it's going to be the start of it. So they might not completely break up, but shit's definitely going to go down between them.
I think shit's going to go down. The complete breakup, I don't think it's going to happen right at the Royal Rumble. So I'll say I
don't know though.
I'm going to go 70% that they break up on Sunday.
If
but
Mizdow puts out Miz.
It's over.
Miz is done.
It's over. Tag team's done. All right, then we go rolling on to the main event of the evening. It was a handicap match. Seth Rollins, Kane, and Big Show versus Cena. And Cena won.
Yeah. We're gonna
Ziggler, Rowan, and Ryback came back.
To 2 different segments.
Yeah, you have to.
So
you have to think about the match.
Yeah.
And then how the match ended.
The ending. So we'll do the match first.
It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go.
I'm gonna go half and a thumbs down.
I can't. Just watching Cena and the Big Show go at it was one of the hardest things to watch.
It was bad.
It's like those guys have never wrestled with each other before.
But they have like a lot.
Exactly.
We're lucky because the ending, because the match was so boring. It might not have been the worst match of the night, but it was the most boring match of the night.
And still, Cena 7-on-1, and everybody knew he was going to win the match.
And still, somehow, everybody knew he was going to win the match.
Second segment was which is the ending segment, which is pretty much
Whoa.
one of the craziest things we've seen since November.
Probably since Sting's debut.
Since Sting's, well, not really a debut, kind of TV debut.
TV debut. And this was his technically his Monday Night Raw debut. First time he was ever on WWE Free TV. We have to give this two thumbs.
2 thumbs up.
The ending was
the last. It ended early too. It was such a quick turn of events.
Well, it really was.
He pointed at Triple H and said, "I'm coming for you," or something to that effect.
Oh, I wish I would have seen that. Why did I miss it?
Yeah, well, because we were cheering up and down.
I was marking out so hard, I wasn't paying attention.
But then after that, after
all that, you think that's the end of the show.
So Cena pins Rollins.
Rolls him up to get the win, to get the guy.
That brings Dolph, Luke, or Eric, I'm sorry, and Ryback back. The authorities just stand in the ring, not knowing what's really going on.
And here
comes Bork Laser,
who actually, when you think about it and you look at it, this is a face kind of thing.
Yeah.
This is what something a baby face would do. F5 Kane and Big Show and Seth Rollins kind of scurried away.
That Big Show one was impressive.
That was he every time he does it, I'm like, he just boom, right, like it was just like a normal 200-pound guy.
One of my favorite parts, because Paul Heyman came out with him, and you can see him in the background of the ring just going like this,
and like
holding it up,
like that was just like cherry on top to what the ending was.
Yeah. So I mean that really gives. I know a lot of people don't like not knowing who's going to win,
right?
But it kind of gives even for the Royal Rumble
match is tough.
Match, who's going to win? Is Seth going to cash in?
Last week it was kind of like just a nice little steady show, kind of everything built up to the Rumble. This, like I said, we did in the beginning. It was a roller coaster. Low points, but some real good high points. Some real good high points.
Let's give our actual ratings up tonight. And we said last week that we'd probably never give another Raw 2 thumbs up, but
this is a 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
And like I said, we're probably giving it 2 thumbs up because what we've gotten in the past 2 months. But this is a good Raw.
This was a good.
This was a good Raw.
Yeah, it had plot twists out the ass.
Some swerves in there, and then obviously Sting. Be doing any Royal Rumble predictions, by the way. So this is pretty much it right here. But we'll be doing our live stream of the Royal Rumble match. Hopefully, maybe the championship match. Hoping before it, so we can get some thoughts in there if you guys want to check that out.
So we'll be live tweeting for probably most of the second half.
Yeah, we'll definitely because we'll be running a little late, but that's all right.
If you haven't seen the challenge, we'll put the link below.
Hashtag it Royal Rumble
Challenge.
Tell your friends, your families, your pets. I don't care.
It's more fun when you do it with other people.
Right.
That's what she said. Should I open it?
Are you crazy?
No.
Are you insane?
No.
Do you want to be cursed for the rest of your life? Do not open that Mountain Dew Kickstart.
Cursed how? Like a babyface John Cena kind of curse?
Also, hashtag Bo Dallas returns at the Royal Rumble match.
She's coming back.
Two guys,